Hi, everyone, and welcome to Heal Endometriosis Naturally with Wendy K. Laidlaw. Wendy has spent the last 2 years helping women with various stages of endometriosis to heal naturally after putting her condition into remission. After her own healing success from stage 4 endometriosis and adenomyosis, she's inspired to heal others, and her goal is to help some of the 175 million women know that there is another way other than painkillers, drugs, or surgery. This is the place to be for real talk with real people for real results, so you can learn how to heal your endometriosis naturally. Please note that the opinions expressed in this program may represent options, but are not a substitute for proper medical care. Before starting any new healthcare program, we recommend you consult with a health professional.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Wendy K. Laidlaw here from Heal Endometriosis Naturally. And as always, I hope that this podcast and video finds you well. Well, today's podcast is titled Galentines Day. Yes, that's right, not Valentine's Day, but Galentines Day. Because this Friday, I encourage you, whether you're in a relationship or not, to celebrate Galentine's Day and celebrate who you are as a girl or as a woman. Now, I'm not broadcasting this short podcast to be a cynic or a wet blanket over the day, especially as I'm enjoying life as a single woman. But facts are facts, and I think worth being aware of. It's worth noting that this day is a marketer's and retailer's dream. Over $13 billion are spent on Valentine's Day, with the average person spending $150 per person. It's bizarre, especially when you actually look back through the history of Valentine's Day, as it's pretty grim and gruesome. If you go way back to the 3rd century AD, February 14th was the feast of St. Valentine, a Catholic saint who was actually executed by the Roman Emperor Claudius II. And I think we can safely assume he was a high-grade narcissist. And on that date, sometime during the 3rd century AD, he was executed. However, the holiday may have also been promoted to overshadow the pagan festivals that occurred during this time as well, when Romans used to celebrate the sacrificing of a goat and a dog, and wait for it, the whipping of women with their hides. According to the history books, the Romans believed that this made women more fertile, and women actually lined up to get slapped with these hides. In the 5th century, Pope Gelasius then outlawed the pagan festivals and officially declared February the 14th Valentine's Day. And when we actually look at Valentine's Day nowadays, it is supposed to symbolize love. Unrequiting, falling on a sword, riding off on a white steed into the sunset, Hollywood romantic film set love. But we all know that simply is not true. That is not real life. My endometriosis and adenomyosis may be in remission now, but my new glasses are fully focused and clear these days. Long gone is the idealized fantasy that I used to fall for on Valentine's Days of old. I would joke with friends when I was younger and single that the postman used to hate me as he had to carry up these sacks of Valentine's cards to my 2nd floor apartment. They loved my sense of humour, as clearly that wasn't true, and as the truth was, as I got older, lovely little handmade cards from my son and daughter. During each of my 2 marriages, I became even more confused when I felt the pressure from other girlfriends when they would ask, "So what did you get, or what did you do for Valentine's Day?" As I got older and more ill with the toxicity of the marriage and my body started to show the signs, I would feel this tense pressure building up in my body, hoping and praying that this Valentine's it would be different, that I would somehow feel the love that was declared verbally or written on a card or accompanying chocolates and flowers. But increasingly it felt false. It felt fake. It would be years later that I would realize I was married to toxic people who went along with the social pressure to purchase these items so they could publicly declare to those round about them that they had bought X, Y, or Z, and state for all to hear, "You see, I do love you, look what I bought you." Yet all the other 364 days of the year, it felt like a barren wasteland of love. Well, my definition anyway. I would read all the books that were promoted about how to be the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect lover, the perfect friend, and buy into that suggestion just to try and understand my partner. I would write long emails to him, take loads of time to explain what was working, what was not working, what was lovely that he did, what felt nice on those rare occasions that he was nice. But I would invariably have to live with the punishing silences, disinterest, and what felt like utter disdain towards me. Then suddenly, on a birthday or Christmas Day or Valentine's Day, I'd be given a gift and a card, and that was supposed to kind of fill me up for the rest of the year. Where it all went wrong for us was when I really started to pay attention to my feelings and to my body. My endometriosis and adenomyosis mystery would be solved, yet I still suffered from the most debilitating chronic fatigue and mitochondria dysfunction. The tiredness was crippling. I would later realize the toxicity of the toxic person was slowly killing me, literally. Yet the words that came out of his mouth appeared, in inverted commas, to be genuine, yet my body felt nothing but rejection. Back then, with my self-esteem and confidence at rock bottom, I would be satisfied with the 3 days a year. I would hold on to every card and pore over the words and the memories like they were oxygen, and without them that I would die. I would come to learn that this is a common trait for women in a highly toxic relationship with someone who's a covert narcissist. Someone who is manipulative, undermining, and shaming, all in an attempt to control and wear their partner down. I recalled recently how my ex came into our bedroom about 3 hours or so after I'd got home from hospital, after I'd had my operation number 6. And he walked in and he said in a very decidedly cold manner, "I really should have increased your life insurance cover." I remember thinking, wow, and this is love? When I think of the callousness and the cruel intent, yet it would take me several more years to fully realize his cruelty and his intent, which he would say to my face at the end of the marriage was to destroy me, in inverted commas. You see, I was traumatically bonded to him subconsciously. Even when it became increasingly clear near the end of his intentions towards me, I would somehow still hang on to that last vain hope and attempt to believe that his lies, that he would change. He would go to the therapist and come back and say straight into my face, "Well, she doesn't think that there's anything wrong with me," with the insinuation that it was me that was the problem. So why do I share this with you as we approach one of the most supposedly loved up days of the year? Well, if you feel somehow that something is missing in your relationship, don't doubt yourself. Your instincts are probably right. Listen to your instincts. If he does not feel right, then listen to that feeling. You may not have to make any particular moves or decisions in any way, shape, or form right now, but fill yourself with the love and at least acknowledge that you deserve love, to be treated well. I would joke near the end that I was happy to receive a moldy crumb of love. I look back and think how terribly sad that I had got to the point of thinking so little of myself that that was what I thought I deserved. But now I seek and expect acres and acres of fresh bread bakeries. No more moldy crumbs for me. I've served my time. It almost killed me trying to get it right, to be perfect, trying to figure them all out. And my message is for you to celebrate Galentines Day as a girl and as a woman in her own right. Take yourself out on a beautiful date. Buy yourself some very expensive, overpriced roses and the best quality chocolate, wheat-free of course, and write yourself some kind words on a card. Tell yourself and all your parts how proud you are of all that you have accomplished. Even if you feel you have underachieved so far and that your body has let you down, know that your body is trying always to communicate and speak to you. Your body is trying to tell you to put in protective measures and erect firm boundaries because you deserve it. You've been through the battle of endometriosis and you will win the war, especially if you follow the Laidlaw protocols. But remember, healing is something your body is always wanting to do, and that there are a number of elements to look at. I refer to it as the 5 Ps or the 5 poisons. Produce, which is food, products, property, people, and past. Take special note of the last 2, people and past, for they may be the aspects or the elements that we struggle with the most, especially to see their impact on our health. The ones that we struggle to comprehend, that our so-called Valentine boyfriend, husband, or partner would deliberately want to upset us and hurt us. That our Valentine enjoys giving us the punishing silent treatment and makes us feel like we're walking on eggshells when we're around them. If you're feeling upset, crying a lot of the time, and feel that this perpetual need to explain and justify yourself to keep them happy, then stop. Pick up your pen and pour that ink over the page. I encourage you to write out all the worries, anxieties, fears, and concerns. Get them down onto paper. Listen to all parts of you as you hold within you immense wisdom and power that you do not even realize quite yet. According to the Greek mythology, Cupid, the symbol of love, had 2 arrows, one of gold to make people fall in love and one of lead to make people hate each other. You deserve all of the gold arrows of love and the finest of love that lifts you to the highest levels. And the person that can give you all that you seek, all that love, ironically, is you. You can get everything that you seek from yourself. But finally start to value yourself and make a pact not to accept any form of ill treatment or negativity from anyone, whoever they may be, and make sure to shield yourself from the lead arrows of toxic partners. The issue here lies that your receiving of love should be given all 365 days of the year and not just on one Valentine's Day. So I wish you a very happy Galentines Day. And I hope that you will treasure yourself, appreciate yourself, and take yourself out on a glorious day of self-love. To your health.
Thanks for listening to Heal Endometriosis Naturally with Wendy K. Laidlaw. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and rate us. If you're interested in learning more, you can download your top 5 jumpstart tips at healendometriosisnaturally.com and jump on the VIP email list. Remember to keep you number 1, for the world needs a healthy you.